Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Devotions today. Man, what a week! What an incredible week, and what an amazing weekend that we've been enjoying. With the whole Passion Week and Holy Week, and all that is brought to us over the course of this last period of time. So many beautiful, beautiful things, all about the wonder of who God is and His incredible love for us. I want to continue now. We've been talking about what took place during Holy Week, but you know what, people, there's some great stuff that happened afterwards. After the resurrection of Jesus and his appearance to a whole bunch of people, there's some incredible, incredible stuff. So we're going to take a look for the next couple of days at some of these amazing things. First one I want to take you to, you'll find in John chapter 21, where Peter and the disciples are sitting around. They're not sure what to do. Jesus has died. The resurrection has been kind of announced, and people are kind of looking at the whole thing. But Peter says to the disciples, he says, I'm going fishing. I'm going fishing. I can't sit around here and just wait for things to happen. I'm just going to go back to what I used to do. Now, there's some good stuff in that, but there's also some bad stuff in that. Let's deal with the bad stuff. The bad stuff in that is that when you don't know what to do, you just go back to being who you used to be. I don't want to do that. If God has brought some change in your life, and there are measures of tests, and that's what this was, that God tests you at certain areas, please don't go back to what you used to be. You've begun a journey, and a journey is not full of highlights all the way through. There's often a lot of plodding that needs to take place. And so Peter says, I'm fed up with sitting around here, and I'm just going to go back to do what I used to do. I'm just going to go back, and I'm going to go fishing. A whole bunch of disciples said, nice call, we're going to come with you. That's not such a great thing to do, but there's also a good side to that. When you don't know what to do what you know to do. And when you do what you know how to do, then allow God to speak into that situation. You can't just sit around doing nothing. You can't just sit around and waiting for the sky to open and things to fall out. There's stuff that's got to be done. So whether you do this or you don't do it is going to be an interesting decision for you. Because it could be one or the other. It could be bad, that you're going back to who you used to be. And that could be from one extreme, people, to another. Or you could be going back to say, well, I'm just waiting to see what happens. I'm waiting to see or waiting to hear what God's saying. I can't just sit here and do something. I'm going to keep busy. And so we keep busy. Now, the way that you interpret this is going to be interesting in your own life. I really hope that when you're waiting for God to do something, keep yourself busy. Keep your hands busy. Men particularly, don't get bored, men, because when you get bored, you do stupid stuff. We've got to keep working. We've got to keep busy. We've got to keep doing the things we used to do, just waiting patiently for God to come with his next instruction. And then for those of you who just feel, well, I'm going back to the old life, I'm just going to leave this. This wasn't cut out to be what, if I'm not cut out for this stuff, or this stuff has disappointed me, then I would just encourage you. Hang in there. Hang in there. Respond well to the time when you don't know what to do. When you don't know what to do, either go back and just keep busy, but don't go back just for the sake of going back because of disappointment. You have a look in Scripture and you see so many of the Old Testament characters, and all of them had to go through incredible tests of hearing the voice of God. Abraham, and I'm going to give you a son, Abraham. 25 years later, he's still waiting for this kid. He didn't go back. He didn't go back. He continued one step after another, after another. Moses, you're going to take the children of Israel to the promised land. 40 years later, Moses still walking, plodding through the wilderness. He didn't go back. He waited for God to tell him what the next move was going to be. So at this time, whatever your situation is in life, learn the lesson here. Don't go back. If you do go back for the good reason, just to keep busy. And God will eventually come through for you. I'm going to enjoy this next week or two. Have a great day. Bye-bye.